You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio, where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Knicks Talk Nation with your host, Steals the Great, live on Bars and Hoops Radio.
New York City, we back. The Big Apple, NY. The Knicks are back. Staten Mellow. This dedicated to my city, New York. Official kings in the court. Reach with a ball, a hard lesson gets taught. So bring your skills to the nearest playground. No clown around. Catch a helmet in a minute on a New York playground. The Big Apple's what they call it for short. And basketball is our sport. We play for keeps and never settle for sure. So bring your game when you come to my town. We snatch and crowd. You get embarrassed on the court after you shook to the ground. You get respected when you prove you get down. So say the joke for the clowns. And NYC we known to go a few rounds. This is a city where you're forced to go hard. You'll get booed out of Dodge and shown the door being the weakest on squads. Rucker Park and summer nights they stay live. Brothers play for the pride and bragging rights on who's the king of NY. So grab the pill and prepare to go hard. Pick your 12-man squad. Orange and blue better believe we go hard. This for my city, New York City where it's gritty. Yeah. For my city, never pretty. New York City, sing it with me. Yeah. For my city, New York City where it's gritty. NYC, for my city, never pretty. Yeah. New York City, sing it with me. New York City, sing it with me. What up, y'all? Stills the Great, Hardwell, J. Remy, Knicks Talk Nation, every Monday, 10 to 11. Fellas, what's good? Talk about it.
What's good, bro? What's good, Ray?
Yo, peace. Yo, before we get started, Stills, shout out, congratulations on that 200 episode, man. Y'all was on fire yesterday.
Man, I appreciate that, Remy. I appreciate that, man, for real, man. You know what I mean? The weekend was a great weekend leading into today, man. Today's show, you know what I'm saying? I'm surprised I got the energy to do it because, you know, we was out there sipping everything yesterday. We had a 4-hour show yesterday, man. A lot of people came through, showed a lot of love, man. You know what I'm saying? That was love. I had people come from all over, man, that came up, pulled up, showed their love, man, and we had a good show, man. So it was a great feeling. 200 episodes, which isn't easy. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of shows. That's, you know what I mean? That goes back like 4 years, you know what I mean? Like starting in the basement, you know what I'm saying? Like now to today, you know what I mean? So it was a great accomplishment. Shout out to the team, man. It wouldn't be possible without them. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody jumped on and we kind of came together and formed Voltron, man. And 200 episodes later, you know what I mean? We had a nice little show, man. But I appreciate that, Remy, for real. Word. And shout out to Hardwell too, because Hardwell definitely checked in yesterday while we was on air too, man. So I appreciate you brothers, man, for real. But
yeah, like I feel like I'm a bars and I'm family with the show because,
no question.
You know, we just put the work in, try to keep it consistent as much as we could, and eventually it's gonna stick. And that's just like what 200 episodes mean. You know, that's what I get from that. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna let up. You're gonna keep working. I think we only missed one show, and a lot of stuff be you know going on. You know what I mean? Like for real. Yeah. So not to cut you, so I just wanted to say that, but
nah, that's all
congratulations,
good.
Man. Congratulations.
Yeah, same. You know, Tiny's my family, you know, and he plugged me up with y'all and everything. You know what I'm saying? Back when he was doing his show from his driver's seat in his car in his driveway. Yes, and you know, y'all welcome me with open arms from day one, and y'all like family to me, man. So I'm really happy for the station, and I'm happy for you as well, still.
Nah, I appreciate it, King. Word up, man. I definitely appreciate it, man. We just gotta keep the content flowing. You know what I'm saying? Like Hardwell said, it's about consistency. You know what I'm saying? This wasn't a fly-by-night thing. It didn't just come out of thin air. It took a lot of work, man. Shout out to Tricky Nicky. Word, salute. He says salute, Hardwell, in the chat. Yeah. You here? Okay. Shout out to Tricky Nicky. You know what I'm saying? Word,
Shout
man.
out to Tricky.
Word up, man. So we got a good show lined up for people today, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Remy. Sent some good topics too, man. We're gonna get to all of that today, man. But you know, before we start, man, just break down your week and your weekend, man. You know what I'm saying? How was it outside of what we was doing? What was y'all doing, man? I know Remy, you got caught up yesterday, but you know what I mean? How was your weekend all together, man?
Man, I can't complain, man. I work 6 days a week, so Saturdays included. So Saturday was a work day, and then
Woo.
I chilled. I chilled with Shorty Saturday night, and Sunday I wasn't really feeling it too much, and my throat's still a little, but
Oh, yeah.
I'll be all right. And
All right.
spent some time with my son yesterday. He starts 8th grade on Wednesday. Shout out to the kids going back to school.
Wow, already.
Yeah,
Damn.
8th grade, man. He a big boy, and first time in school in 18 months. So,
Wow.
it's not easy for these kids transitioning from in person to virtual, and now back to in person again. It's scary, but he's looking forward to it. I'm just having faith in the Almighty that he's gonna be safe and he's gonna be good.
Shout out to Tricky Nicky. He said school shopping with the kids. He spent over $700 in clothes. Oh my God. Oh, Will, talk about it, kid. How was the weekend, champ?
Well, our weekend was pretty good. We had a game today. We didn't win today.
Oh yeah.
We took a loss today. Besides that, my weekend's been pretty good. Normally the same. Work, training, and just working. And like I said, man, you got to keep working whatever you do in order for it to be big. And that's what I live by. You know what I mean? I don't really have time to chill, from the regular job.
Facts.
Training all the kids and coaching, then with the shows. So I understand your grind, and that's why me and you always could relate. And we always gonna be on good terms because we always working and we know how support really looks and what these things what it really take and what good ideas is and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even good basketball information. You know what I'm saying? For real. So even though we wasn't doing all this as long, everybody didn't do this as long. Some people longer than others, but we get better with time. And it's just you got to just hear people points, and then make your points good and keep that great content. And thanks, Ren, for coming on the show with us, bringing that great content. You know what I'm saying? We want to start sharing the YouTube page even more to get our subscribers and viewers up and things like that. And, I'm talking about that because that's part of my week. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing other shows or I'm trying to promote, I want to make sure we do the same here because this is what I do here. You know what I mean? That's why I'm bringing people over here and want to talk. I talk about this show all the time. Like, you know what I mean? To my moms or, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. So, like, shout out to Bars and Hoops. And, we here, baby.
Word up. That's what it is, man.
I get excited for Monday.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Word, man. And before I move forward, man, I got to shout my brother Ali Vegas out, man. You know what I'm saying? Came up big yesterday. Showed up, showed out, man. And we forming the dream team again, man. He back with the Oddcast every Friday, 8 to 10. Steals the great Ali Vegas, you know what I'm saying? With the new additions, too.
You came a long way. I don't want to cut you off, but I seen a lot of growth in you. Me and you talk about a lot. Sometimes personal stuff, man. Yeah. And I see a lot of growth in you, man. And one more thing I want to say. You see the job making us get a COVID shot.
Yeah. We spoke about that.
And that's kind of crazy to me. But, that just shows me that I want to go even harder so I don't got to really stay there too much longer.
That's a fact.
It should be about what we want to do, even though I'm going to get it because I got too much invested. But I know you had that discussion. I just wanted to touch that. So you shout out Michael Ray.
Yeah, shout out to Mike Ray, big homie, always there. He pulled up yesterday too. You know what I'm saying? Even had a little bit of champagne with the brother. You know what I mean? For real. And he had some of that good old chicken, man. And shout out to Wings and Things. They only get one. I only get one shout out for free. You know what I'm saying? Wings and Things was kind of working. It was kind of working yesterday for the station. You know what I'm saying?
They got a bucket for you now. They got a bucket for you.
They got a bucket on the arm. Word up. Next time I'm doing, I'm showing them this clip. Like, look, man. Word up. This is what we doing. But
they right across the street from the crib. That's right across the street from my crib.
Shout out to Remy. Shout out to Hempstead. You know what I'm saying? Word up, man. For real. And shout out to Tricky Nicky, man. He said, mandating isn't okay, in my opinion, but I got one. Love healthcare workers, mad respect. Yes, salute to you, bro. Word up.
We definitely know.
And at the end of the day, we are, man. We like the essential workers out here, man. But let's get to some of this Knicks talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Reggie Bullock, man, he took a few jabs at his former team at the Mavs press conference, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't know if it's a little bit of hate or he just, a little jellyfish because he got traded. So
said it was a no-brainer, right? He was like, oh,
yeah. He said it was a no-brainer for him to sign with the Mavericks. He said, when I played against the Mavericks last year, I liked the way that they competed as a team. He said they got great players, so it was an easy no-brainer for me. Being with the Knicks last year, we made it to the playoffs, but I see the Mavericks as a team that's taking that next step to be in the postseason. What is your thoughts on that? Is he jellyfish or what?
No, I think that's a good. I respect what he's saying. It's a better team.
We don't see you, Hardwell. We don't see you, Hardwell. Your camera's off.
I said I respect what he's saying.
I
respect what he's saying because that's a better team. And I know we got a better team than we had last year.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Luka Doncic.
Oh, God.
Luka Doncic is already projected to be one of the top players in the NBA. Let's not get that twisted. Randall is no way on that level. You know what I'm saying? Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Porzingis, he got issues. Maybe he'll get it together. They got Jason Kidd over there now. That's another good. That's the upside, right? Now, you know me. I call it real. I'm a Knicks fan, so I'm never going to be hate on my team. I'm just going to say, like, son ain't say nothing crazy because that is a better team than us. If, you know what I mean? They got a better team than us, man.
Man, they can keep him and they can keep Porzingis.
I don't like Porzingis. But you don't like Luka Doncic? Yo, we'll take Luka Doncic on the Knicks.
Luka. We talked about that like 3 weeks ago. The rumors of him not being happy with Dallas, and we'll take him here. Like Luka's a different kind of player. I agree with that.
Yeah,
but they can keep Reggie Bullock, and they can sit him right next to Porzingis on that bench.
Yo, Rem, let me tell you something, Rem. I just want to say this real quick. You see what you just said, Rem? When you said about the money, or they gotta, Mark Cuban not letting nothing like that go. And he been there like that. And the Knicks, we just getting our management together. You see, he went and got the money fast for Luka Doncic. That's a business move. Yeah, this man is on Shark Tank. He can't play around like that.
And salute to Robert Paul, man. He said,
"Come on, Rim."
Yeah, I got love for what he did, and Mark Cuban. I got respect for him too. He started it. His bread started in door-to-door sales. He came up the hard way, and I got love for Luka and Mark Cuban. But at the end of the day, Reggie Bullock can keep his comments right on the bench next to Porzingis, man. Get him up out of here. Period.
I don't need Reggie. I'm just comparing the team. I don't think he was being disrespectful.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think he was like, he just was like, that's a no-brainer, because it could be a no-brainer.
Word up, man.
It could be a no-brainer.
What's good, L? Shout out to Worldwide L.
Yo, what's good, bro? Congratulations on that 200 episode, too.
Appreciate
it. I had to come through and show some love on that. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that, King, for real, man.
No doubt. That's a big accomplishment, man. That was big.
Nah, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate the love, man. And I appreciate y'all showing the support as well, man, for real.
No doubt.
What you think about that, Stills?
I mean, what about
what he's saying, and now how I broke it down, and I'm saying like he's just being honest, and he didn't say F the Knicks.
I don't think that the Mavericks were better than the Knicks last year, even with Luka. I think that they was an okay team. They did well because he's a great player. But overall, I don't think they had a better team than the Knicks last year, and I don't think they got a better team than the Knicks this year. And if I'm not mistaken, the Knicks had a better record than them last year. I don't think the Mavericks had over 41 wins last year.
I mean, but if we went player for player, I'm not saying that they would beat us outright every player, but it's better players. I'm just saying that the Knicks are good because of team ball. If you was able to add one of those type of players, those are not like Luka Doncic. I can't say Porzingis because he was here and he was a scorer somewhat here. He still was, he just was injury prone a little.
He was like toilet paper, mad.
He ain't do nothing yet, so I don't want to give him credit. He didn't show himself here or there.
Yeah, 42 and 30 last
42 and 30. So they had one One win over us.
Barely
won. And they got a superstar player in Luka Doncic. You know what I'm saying?
The West is harder than the East. You know that, right?
Oh, God, don't you start that.
I don't know about that anymore.
Don't you start that. The
I don't know
champions
about
came
that.
out of the East
You
this
know
year.
that ain't changed yet, man. Come
The
on, man.
champions came out of the East this year.
2 out of the last 3 years, the champs came out
Talk
of the
about it. Talk about it, Remy.
East. 2 out of the last 3 years. And
I see you over there shaking your head, Al. Talk about it.
The Knicks was definitely better than the Mavericks last year. The Knicks was definitely better than the Mavericks. It wasn't even close.
That's the
like
thing.
Luka, he really carried.
Somebody
he really
from their team said they wasn't.
What?
That the Dallas Mavericks wasn't, or that the Knicks wasn't.
Don't say Reggie Bullock co-signed it because he a little jellyfish because we ain't re-signed him. That's all that is. He a little.
They team wasn't better than ours. They played in the West, but their team wasn't better than ours.
Exactly.
Not how our team was constructed. Yeah, their team was constructed differently. You know what I mean? And it was Luka heavy, like same way it was Randall heavy. But it was just different because Luka was the primary. He's a beast. You know, he's a beast over there.
Yeah,
you know. But when you look at top to bottom, and you look at their second tier player,
yeah,
and then you look at their third tier player, and then you go down the line. Nah, our team was better than their team.
Oh yeah,
our team was better. Our team was better because for the simple fact of like how you like always say hard how we got the bullseye on our back. You know what I mean? So teams is gunning for us. You know, they was gunning for to beat the Knicks. Oh, we're going to show them that they're not that good. You know, this team is garbage. You understand what I'm saying? So say like how Hard say they was garbage. And then for the Knicks to go out there and Knicks and get busy. Yeah, I'm got to say that the Knicks is a little bit better team than the Dallas Mavericks last year. And they're better than this year.
I agree with what you said.
I say they did it because they under the radar. I say they did it because they under the radar. That's why I said, if you want to be clarified, when I say why the Knicks was so good, and that's my team. So I don't never want to make it seem like I'm against them. I'm just honest about what I really seen or my takes. Like
I mean, at the end of the day,
they was under the radar.
Now, hold on. One last thing. They did great in the playoff run for 8 games, Rim. So I got to be careful about that because that's not easy to do. And I said that on air too. But go ahead, Rim. What you say?
That was the thing. At the end of the day, I think Bullock made a smart. I agree with you, Will. He made a smart business decision. I mean, what he got the mid-level exception times 3, and
30 million for 3 years.
So he made a good business decision for the 8th player on the bench. You know, with us last year. You know what I'm saying? But and then looking at the team now and what they drafted and what they picked up in free agency and Kemba and Evan, I think he looked at the team and was like, it probably was a no-brainer because it's gonna be hard for their good players to play, let alone Reggie Bullock finding space for him. So
did the Knicks do the right thing by not re-signing him and letting him go?
Yeah, I don't want to look at him no more.
He wasn't in our plans, I don't think.
Yeah, he wasn't. You ain't gonna get no break by the B on that one.
Yeah, but for real, he
fits on Dallas.
He made money here,
and he'll get burned there.
I don't know. We gonna get burned over Jamal Ray Jr.?
No. He's not what we need on this team.
But we had Tim Hardaway Jr. too.
Yeah, we did right hard. He fits because we missed it. We're gonna miss the defense. We're gonna miss the defense, right? So we're gonna miss the defense.
That's a fact.
But will we miss the offense? Absolutely not, because the offense wasn't consistent enough for all of us to say that. All right, he's gonna be missed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He shot better than Fournier last year. Probably look at those numbers.
That's what I was going to ask. So what does Fournier bring to the table to fill the void of losing Bullock then?
On the offensive defensive end, because he don't bring nothing on the defensive end.
They cancel each other out. Bullock played better D than him, and that's better if your offense isn't that much better than mine. You get me? If you're a little bit better than me in offense and I'm a good defender, then I could be better than you. You feel me? Because we want two-way players. You know that. Tibbs want two-way players. Bullock guarded the best player, and I said that on the other show.
Yeah, he did. Oh, well, you might have to just set it on your mic, bro.
From 3. Okay. He was consistent from 3 too. He was one of the better 3-point shooters on the team.
Who? Bullock?
Bullock, yeah.
Yes, he was. But the biggest difference that Evan Fournier is going to make is that he can create his own shot. He can knock down the open jumper, and guys aren't gonna be able to do like they did Bullock. Like they was putting Trae Young on Reggie Bullock in the playoffs.
Disrespect.
Yeah, so people don't realize that though. Still, they don't realize what happened.
L told me that. I didn't even remember that. L brought that up.
Yo,
he did.
They was disrespecting him.
Stills, look, that was the only thing they could do. Stills, you just got to understand. He's so little, but he's so small. Hold on, let me just make this good point to you, Stills. He's so little, he's so good, right? He has to be on the floor, right? So Reggie Bullock just happened to be the best matchup for him. That's all what that had to be. It wasn't no other. Yeah, on the court at the time. You got to see who was on the court with Reggie Bullock at the time, and then say, oh, I see why. He couldn't have guarded this one, or he couldn't have guarded that. That's what I'm trying to say, Still. That's all.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
That is what happened. But the fact that Reggie Bullock, who's 6'7", couldn't make him pay, I would have felt disrespectful. Out of come on,
Mama, I told you that. I said, "Why? This is what I got mad at him for, because you are 6'7", and you didn't exploit him. You didn't make him work on the defensive end to make his legs tired. You understand what I'm saying? And that would have kept
shooting.
Yeah, that's true too. So it's a lot. It was a lot of things that we needed. There's a lot of things that we needed to work on. It's a lot of things that we needed to work on as far as that team go. But he needed to do. He needed to do that on the offense, and he didn't do that though. It was like a no-brainer. You had a smaller guy on you. You knew you were supposed to back him down. Did something. Make him work on defense. He just went over there. He did Kevin Knox. Just went over to the corner and just stood there. And then Trae Young is sitting there like this. All right. I'm catching my breath.
He was catching his breath. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, come on.
Trae Young probably was like, oh, I'm glad this dude ain't getting the ball.
Exactly.
Salute the Project Nerd. We see you, Project Nerd. Salute the Project Nerd. Word. Yo, that had me livid. I'm like, yo, is he really gonna let him disrespect him like that? He ain't even look to take him in the post. To put him to work. Mark Jackson used to take bigger dudes down to the post and give him work and hit that teardrop over their head. I'm like, I don't believe that he's not even trying to exploit that matchup. And shame on Tibbs for not throwing up a play to exploit that matchup. You needed to get Trae Young in foul trouble.
He was trying to turn on Julius, bro. I'm telling you, I keep on reverting to that because that's all I can remember. When somebody else could have been getting them shots up, Julius was shooting again. Even OB was open in the corner. He should have been in the game for Julius, honestly.
Yeah, it was so many things that we could go back and look at that same series hard and be like, man. Like we
gotta make them adjustments.
Yeah,
he just was riding that hand because Randall did so well, and it's hard to say that he wasn't going to come back the next game. And even if you pay attention to what the media was saying, the media was like, "Oh, he's going to come out." And then remember one game he started playing good, but then he vanished again. Remember?
Yeah, they should have played to their strengths. They should have played big. That was their strength. Was their size. That there was 17 forwards on the team. They should have played to their strength, and that was Tibbs' fault. But
it's Tibbs' fault. I'm telling you.
Come on, man. Y'all starting to make me depressed again. Like
we gotta call him.
Don't be depressed, Ren. We about to be so good.
Bars and Hoops Radio, Knicks Talk Nation Radio. Who's this?
And you already know who it is.
Mike Ray, what's up, champ?
What's good, family?
I can't make no noise.
All the brothers.
Peace.
Episode 200 was epic.
Yes, sir.
I put the bottle down some years ago for a few reasons, but I had to have a sip with my brother.
And we salute you on that, bro. Word, man. For real.
Now listen.
What's up?
I was good with the conversation till we went to blaming Tibbs for not drawing up a play.
Oh, come on, Mike. Go ahead.
I was good. And here's why.
I had to call for that.
I can't ask Tibbs to draw up. How can I say this? I can't put a car that got 4 wheels in a race with motorcycles. Why do I say it that way? What play is he going to draw for Reggie Bullock when Reggie Bullock can't put the ball on the floor, can't back a man down, can't even 2 dribble step to the side from a man and pull up? He's a straight catch and shoot. That is not all that solid on the shoe. So I can't blame Tibbs for drawing up something that couldn't be drawn.
So why he didn't go to Alec Burks?
To Reggie's credit,
That's true, sir.
I don't think he's throwing shade because I don't necessarily know who called him and was offering him. If Detroit called, if Memphis called, and Dallas called, you cotton picking right. It was a no-brainer.
Yeah,
Right?
He just said Reggie Bullock is Steve Novak with longer hair.
Wow.
Listen, man, Steve Novak will raise up. You just call that a layup.
That's a fact.
Reggie Bullock raise up.
Yeah, it's a hit or miss.
If the moment was too big, that dude vanished. And I watched Novak go and find himself a space to go and pull up. He would have pulled up in the face of a man 3-4 inches shorter than him.
That's
and he wouldn't bring it down to his waist to make him the same size as the defender.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And Bullock is notorious for, think about it like this. One of the biggest games that they had last year was when he banged that 3 against the Pelicans in the Garden. And everybody got on Lonzo Ball because he hedged and he wasn't supposed to hedge. I'd be mad too. Because if he'd have stayed in Reggie's face, he'd have never made that shot. So Stan Van Gundy had a right to be pissed.
So all the more reason. Get him up out of here. All the more reason.
All the more reason. So let me ask you this then. Because, Mike, you said that we shouldn't blame Tibbs, right? Now, if you knew.
Not for that.
Now, but if I have to, I got to still keep the heat on him. Because if you knew that Reggie Bullock was a liability on the court, on defense, at the two guard position, we had Alec Burke sitting on the bench, who's a better offensive player. You could have put Alec Burke in the game and said, "Okay, y'all want to put Trey on our reliability? I'm going to put somebody on the court that can actually give you some buckets on the offensive end, and that'll make you work." And I think that he would have did a better job of taking Trey Young into the post to get him in foul trouble. That would have been our best bet to win that series.
Yeah.
Tibbs didn't make that type of adjustment.
Bullock,
you know why?
Burke would have September 7th Trey Young and took him to school.
And Burks could help with the ball as well.
Exactly.
Say it again, I said, and Burks could help with the ball as well because he was a point guard before and we was missing depth at that position. So Tibbs could have did those things. That would have helped, even though, Bullock, like he said, he can't make his shot. He can't create a shot, but Burke can.
That's what I'm saying. So now it's Monday night quarterbacking, looking back at it, but he really, really dropped the ball on situations like that where he could have definitely capitalized on putting the pressure on Trey Young, man, on the offensive end.
But he didn't. Out too.
And he took Randall out. You know what I mean? And he could have kept. Oh, he should have kept Obi in the. He should have kept Obi in the game more. But that's neither here nor there. So let's get to a little game, man. So with the team currently constructed the way that it is, man, if you had a dream scenario for a trade right now, Remy, you brought this up, man. Who would you make a move for and why?
So the move I would make is, and again, we're talking like mid-season trade scenario, realistic trade scenario. We know where Steele's gonna go, but I'm gonna say my magic wand is I would trade Mitchell Robinson, Emmanuel Quickley, Kevin Knox, and 1 first-round pick to the Washington Wizards for Bradley Beal.
For Bradley Beal, what you think about that, Harvard? It ain't sound like it moved you like that.
No, I like Bill.
You like Bill?
I like Bill, and I think Bill's the type of player that could be a fit. But some of those guys are real explosive, and they get used to wanting to score a lot of points. So it's like I feel like they need to go to teams where that's what they're doing at that time. So I probably wouldn't pick him. because of that reason. And what we have is we don't. My whole biggest thing always been for a few episodes that I don't want to add too much talent to take away from what a good team is, because a real nice player gonna mess up our chemistry, and then we rebuilding again. So with these mediocre players, right?
Yeah,
they can fit in those roles and just win as a team.
Yeah.
And right now, we don't have no choice. We're not getting 3 players like Brooklyn got or like what's going on. Every team got 3 superstars. Think about it. The Bucks, Brooklyn, the Lakers. Go through every team. They got 3 superstars.
Yeah.
We don't have that. So what we have to do is if we pick a player, if I pick a player when it's my goal, I'm gonna pick a player that is gonna just come in and be consistent shooting and a good defender. That's what I'm gonna try to do.
All right. So let's go. Who is that player that you would make a move for right now?
It depends on. What position do you think we still need most help at? And then
this is you. This is
no, I know that, but I want to ask you this. No. This is another question and a question.
I got
no. It's not who you gonna pick. I'm saying this in general. A question and a question.
I think that
real quick. What position do you think we still need help at? I'm just because this is how it is for me. I just want to help there because I don't want to mess up what we have. Kimba and Randall,
the big man position, center.
Okay, and that's what. And I'm glad you said that because of Mitch, right?
Look how he's smiling.
So that's how I feel somewhat in that area. I would pick a big man as well because that's what we need. That's why I asked you. Now I wouldn't say maybe like a Karl Anthony Towns, or do he need too many touches? I don't know. Is he going to be in the system? But if he getting more touches than Mitch would get, right? He's going to make it though, right? Now check this out. A basketball term. Once he sinks the defense, we get more open threes when he kick it back out when they double team him. If he's dominating in the box, if we keep giving the Karl Anthony Towns the ball more. See, because he could create his shot, or he gonna go out to the wing as well and leave the middle open because he can hit the tray ball. The only way I wouldn't take him if he gonna mess up chemistry, which I don't think he will, I would go with Karl Anthony Towns. And I piggybacked off your advice because I was trying to figure what we need most. That's why I asked you that.
All right, so
hold on, but Will, who you getting rid of?
Yeah, who you getting rid of for that?
I'm throwing Mitch in the bag. I'm throwing whoever else is going with him.
Mr. Robinson,
now, let me tell you why, Rip. Now, I love Mitch. You know why I love Mitch? Because he's perfect for what we need now. I keep saying that over and over. He's fearful in the middle and not coming in there. You know, he's great on the putbacks. He doesn't demand a lot of touches. That's my main take on really Mitch. I do. But to get Towns, I would ship him out. And I think what I said, what you said, Stills, we loaded in so many positions with duplicated players in the same position. We can make that deal and still have a good team. Bring Karl Anthony Towns in, and we're a better team with whoever else we got.
And shout out to Tricky Nicky. He said Randall doesn't want to play with Cat.
He said does.
Oh, does.
He does want to play with Cat. He does want to play with Cat by himself.
I don't want to. All right, go ahead.
Well, you said Bill. Bill is kind of like a 50. He want to chuck. He gonna see somebody in the corner. He gonna be like, "Nah, I'm shooting this. I'm better than him."
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to see Cat in New York. At least Bill, he's Showtime. He's one of them kind of players that's like, "Yo, get out of my way." And
I'm Conference Final, Rem. I'm thinking Eastern Conference Final. You thinking Showtime? I'm thinking let's go to the Eastern Conference Final and see what we can really do. Can we bring a chip before Brooklyn? Because they trying to win a chip.
I can't front. And last year, during midseason, I was on to get the Bradley Beal train during midseason last year. Now I'm looking at it and the way that the team is built. If I had a dream scenario right now to make a trade that I think can make the team better right now, I would go to Portland. And it ain't for Dame Lillard. It's for Cj Mccullum. I'll bring Cj Mccullum here. I'll trade RJ Barrett. I'll trade quickly. And I'll get him a first rounder for Cj Mccullum. And why Cj Mccullum? Because Cj Mccullum is a combo guard. He can create his own shot. and he can nail an open three if he had to. The thing that killed us the most last year is that we didn't have a guy that could create his own shot outside of Derrick Rose. You know what I'm saying? And Derrick Rose is much older. Cj Mccullum is younger. He's a gunslinger, and he can definitely create his own shot. You know what I mean? With no problem. I don't know. I heard a sigh. That was you, Mike Ray? Huh?
I mean, I've been on the Cj Mccullum train for a long time. That ain't who I would go for, but you ain't hear no side from me.
Okay.
Y'all, I'm gonna get my take. I got to stab out, fellas. I'm like hard say he going Eastern Conference Finals. Hard, I'm thinking championship on this one. I'm saying go get the claw. You know what I mean? Bring that claw over here. Go get the claw. You know what I mean? Kawhi Leonard, go get the claw.
Do we got a no trade? He got a no trade?
He just got paid though.
Do we have a no trade?
What's his bank? What's his bank?
He got paid. They paid him.
40,
but they paid him 100 something?
48 million a year, I think.
Yeah, he got that super max.
He got super max. So what he get? 200?
Yeah.
I forgot exactly what, but he got
so if he get 200, then we got to X him out right away. But I don't see Cat coming. But I can tell you another guy that I would like if we was going to make a trade.
They said 4-year extension, 158 for Claw.
4-year, 158.
4-year,
he got 176.
Knicks can afford that.
6.
He got 176.
Yeah, but if he took the money, he ain't going nowhere. He did that. That's his hometown.
Yeah, 176. Woof.
He got a no trade clause. We said this is Monday night. This is Monday night quarterback, so I can't dream a little bit.
No. We're trying to see who else you think. Like, I mean, that was a good one, but if he don't want to leave, I think he said he want to stay in Cali and give poor George another chance.
Wow. They finished, kid.
Yeah.
Still, even you I'm just bringing up the Kawhi stills. I'm just saying this
is my Monday night armchair quarterback. Right? That's what I said, right? So I could dream. I'm just dreaming hard. That's all. So my dream. So my dream scenario would be having the claw on our team. Who I give up for him? I give up Mitch Robinson. I would say for the right price, I give up any player.
Damn, kid, nobody got no love for Mitch here, baby.
No. I said for the right price, I give up any player.
Yeah.
And the reason why he always come up in the trade conversation because I think he's the one that has the most valuable. He has the most value to trade. That's why he comes up in the conversation of why we'll trade him because you know that another team will say, yeah, give me him. You want to give Mitch? I'll take him. You understand what I'm saying? You want to give me RJ? I'll take RJ. So we have to be smart on but with all the chips that we got. And my dream scenario, I would love Kawhi Leonard on this team. And he could take, I would trade RJ for Kawhi Leonard. As much as I don't want to trade RJ.
They're going to want Randall, if anything.
See, that's the whole thing, Hard. We can't give up the
money got to match.
Yeah, the money does have to match. The money does have to match. So let's say you give up. Because what RJ is due. So what you can do, you can throw RJ in there because of what his potential and what he can make.
Yo, that would be so bad.
You can do that.
You know why?
You can do that.
Because he's on his way out. And just like I said with the whole Brooklyn situation, these guys got a few years left. And you giving away young talent.
I know.
Like, that could potentially be like Dame
Lillard. For one chip in my lifetime, Hard. For one chip.
One chip.
Nobody knew who Dame Lillard was going to be. And now Dame Lillard turned to be who he was going to be. And everybody want to give up every player who could possibly be another Dame Lillard for him. But Dame Lillard is one that I would do it for. I wouldn't do it for Kawhi Leonard because he's way too injury prone and he's older. And you better off dealing with your young stars and building up. Like, we going in the right direction. Don't do what we did for Melo again.
Oh man, we got you.
I'm just dreaming.
Kawhi does not have a no trade clause. He does not have a no trade clause.
I'm just dreaming. I ain't saying we're gonna pull the trigger.
That's a bad dream, Al.
Hey, that's why it's called a dream, Hard. That's why it's called a dream, bro. That's why it's called a dream. Because eventually I'm gonna wake up, right?
Now look, Al, we're gonna see 4 of our nice players go over there and get better somewhere. And nice as hell.
I agree.
Kawhi Leonard gonna get hurt again, and that nigga gonna retire 3 years later.
Yeah,
I agree.
Tricky Nicky said that he would go young. He would go with the youth and for Jaylen Brown.
I'm
not big on Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, I stay with RJ over Jaylen. I'll stay with Bobby.
I like Jaylen Brown a lot.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
I got to stab out, fellas.
I am.
Love y'all.
Hey.
All right.
Jaylen Brown. I don't know. I'm not
love
sold on
Jaylen.
Jaylen Brown.
Love
Man.
Jaylen Brown,
Tough
bro.
Stills. He can shoot.
Yeah.
He shoot and he guards up. And he's very smart, so he's gonna understand the scheme. He's one of them kids who had a very high GPA, all that stuff. He's really a good player.
High IQ, whole nine.
High IQ, everything. Yeah. See? Mike Ray's on the line. He tell you he's there. I forgot he was there.
Mike Ray, Mike
Ray.
he was pondering what we were saying. So I know Mike got a scenario.
Yeah,
Mike,
let Mike say something about that.
Who was your dream scenario, man, to bring somebody here that can help us get over the hump, man?
Well, my dream scenario is Teppered. It's in my idea, it's the best way for the best of both worlds. The hard will plan, which is groom these young boys, build a team. So when all these dudes is out of the league or playing limited minutes, we got young horses running all night.
Yeah.
The biggest weakness that I see is you have no wing defender taller than 6'5" and bare feet. Right? So therefore, my low cost, pass on the savings, is Kevin Knox and 2 number 2s.
I don't think nobody
Keep in mind, we have something like 17 second-round picks over the next 5 years.
Yeah, we got to get rid of some of those.
Right? Kevin Knox, 2 number 2s. I'm calling Atlanta on the phone. I'm saying, yo, I know y'all don't really like Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish.
I like that one.
In New York on the wing. With Tibbs in his head. Working the D. Cam Reddish, if you saw that Philly game, the game where they got bounced.
Yeah.
Yo, that last game against Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Cam was pulling up unconsciously. And the kid can defend. There's your wing defender. 6'7", bare feet, probably makes him about 6'8.5". He can defend, he can run, he can be Reggie Bullock, who can put the ball on the floor. See, Cam would have abused Trey. So it's low cost.
Yeah, you got
we're
the
not losing nothing, and we get the build. Come next year, something's moving.
Yeah,
we could package Fournier, move Fournier out the door.
Yeah.
If you want to put RJ back at the 2 and let Cam run the 3, the only other person that really wants to play with RJ next to Zion is Cam.
And they college teammates too.
People in happy situations.
Yeah, they college teammates.
That's a good point. That's a great.
And he's right because he has the youth speed. He could keep up with Trey, and with his length, if you know how to guard up, right? He know how to guard up with a little bit of space because his arms make up for the closeout difference to play good D on Trey. So he's 100% right. He could guard Trey.
He got like a 7'1" wingspan.
Yeah, he got a 7'1" wingspan. Yep.
Facts.
Yeah, he got size.
I like him. He's good. And you got to remember, too, he came off injury and did that. So you got to factor in that, too. That proving right there, like, he was hungry. And McMillan didn't even really know. He just gave him a shot. And he, you know what I mean? That boy good, though. That was a good one.
So now my next question to y'all, man. What does a successful Knicks season look like to you? Like, what would be successful to you? Because we made it to the playoffs last year. First round, we got knocked out in 5 games. But what would be a successful season to you? Shout out to Shaw Legacy.
Simple duplication of that season. If we could get the 4th seed again, oh my God. Because now we not the team that's just nobody expecting us to come in there and bust their ass like last year. Now they know we coming and they marking the calendar for us now. So that's my quick point on it. If we could get the 4th seed again, that's damn good to do it when you recognized.
Remy, what you think?
So I got 3 on this one.
Let's go.
Got 3 on this one, right? So my first one is piggybacking off all will the team point, and I think them making it. I was gonna say the second round, but realistically, the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that would be a very, very. I think that's a reachable team goal. Now, how do they get there? I need these 2 things to happen. I need Kemba Walker to be healthy to play at least 65 games and be healthy in the playoffs, and I need R.J. Barrett to be an All-Star with Obi Toppin averaging at least 26-4. I think if those 2 things happen, I think those 3 things happen. Kemba 65 games, RJ being an All-Star, legitimate All-Star, Obi averaging 26-4. I think if those 3 things happen, I think the Eastern Conference Finals is very, very, very achievable.
Yeah. If Obi can average 26-4, the Knicks are definitely going to the conference finals. Because that's saying that means that that Randall is going to have the duplicate season that he had. Well, he's not going to perform at the same rate, but that means that Randall is still going to be putting up some big numbers in order for them to make it that far. But Obi 26-4, damn, that's my guy. That's a big one. Oh well, I see you ready to chime in on that one. Your mic, you muted your mic, bro.
Why I said 4th seed was because of how tough the East got as well. You got to factor in this, right? We come out there, then we could kind of have the same easy path. The lower, the more down we are, the more tougher the competition we gonna play up there, right? Right? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the 4th seed is real important to duplicate. Now, as far as what he said about going that far, it depends on how we do at the beginning to keep making it from round to round and what goes on. You know, I can't really say that or for the team because of my main point of who we are now and everything we have. But my last point is what you just said about Randall. I don't agree because now he has more people around him. He shouldn't have to force his hand as much. So that makes us even better. Plus, he got the bag already. So what would be smart for him is to shoot less and create more shots. So when you get your shots, you make your shot because you got Fournier, you got Kemba. You didn't have Kemba. Remember Randall controlling the ball at the high post area around the foul line, a little bit below the 3, too much. Now Kemba gonna have the ball, so he don't need to do all of that. And that's just all I wanted to say about it.
Shout out to Tricky Nicky, man. Appreciate you, King, for checking in. He said like and subscribe. You know what I mean? He's out, man. One love, man.
Peace, Tricky. Shout out Tricky. Thanks for stopping by, bro.
Word. But for me,
think about that, Mike. Oh, go ahead, Steels. My bad.
Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
What you think about that, Mike?
I agree. I think that you have to look at the numbers. So what did Bullock average last year?
Probably 9 points. 9 points a game.
Right? If I remember, I thought it was 9.7 points a game.
Yep.
And what did Peyton give you?
Probably 7 to 8 points a game.
Okay. So 9 and 7 is 16.
Yep.
Right? You eliminate 2 players got the same productivity with the addition of 1 player who's not a ball hawk, right? So that's 20, right? That's 16, 17 a night.
Facts.
From 1 player. Kemba going to give you last year on a down year, Kemba still averaged 19. So let's say Kemba gives you 16 from the point guard spot. Right? 16 from him and 1 player who gives you more points than 2 players who just left. By that mathematical standard, you don't necessarily need 26 a night from Randall.
Facts.
You can get by with 23. You see the progression of Obi in the summer. You see RJ working hard. So let's say all them dudes come back and duplicate 95% of what they did last year. Keeping in mind RJ's young, so the ceiling can only go up. A successful season to me based on that. 49 to 51 wins.
Yes.
2, deep into the second round.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, if they don't get out the second round, it was one of those game 7 lost on the refs won't let me down, on a bad call from the refs. That's a successful season for year 2 of what's supposed to be a much longer rebuild.
I agree.
And trust me, dudes see that kind of progress. 41 last year, 50 this year, ran Atlanta out from the 4th spot, took them, returned the favor, 4-1 in the first round, go to the second round, battle with Philly. And I'm not sold on Philly, so I'm not saying they couldn't take Philly, right? But, that game, let's say that series goes 7 games. Yo, for a second year, when that off season comes, I'm trying to temper my language. Negroes are going to be chomping at the bit to come here.
That's a fact.
And that's a successful season.
That's a fact. Yeah, I can't lie. I think that 50 wins is a must this year. That's a 9-game improvement from last year. I think 50 wins is doable. I also agree with Mike. A second round playoff run. You know what I mean? If they, hopefully they can get out of the second round. But if they don't, that sums up a successful season for me, because we went from losing in the first round to actually getting past the first round, making it to the second round, and going toe to toe with one of the beasts in the East. So that definitely would be a successful season for me, man. I also hope that within the season's run, man, that some of these young guys that we drafted actually get some burn, man. I really want to see that. I'm curious to see what Grimes and McBride could do if they crack the rotation.
And Jericho Sims.
And Jericho Sims. Because I think Quickly's on the hot seat, man. You know what I mean? I really do. Because
Shorty just chimed in real quick on the text message. He said, y'all forgetting about Julius Randle. He came in the clutch a bunch of times and got us far.
Nah.
Don't be so hard on him.
Nah, he didn't show up in the biggest moment of his career.
But again, we point to Tibbs a lot with that series. We point to Tibbs a lot with that series. He didn't make adjustments.
Because like somebody said, I think Mike Ray said it, you can't blame everything on Tibbs because of when a coach be like, don't shoot, and you shoot and they go in and they say good shot. It's like if Randy would have just passed the ball and Obi would have, or whoever was in the corner makes the shot, then, he's having a better IQ and not thinking about himself. And got to remember, we're going into it with more players. He can't try to force feed that shot. He gotta draw it back a little bit and just be ready to knock it down. If you don't got to create like he was, that was a season where he was forcing his hand a lot. And that's why he did that in the playoffs, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, he was built for it, and he did way more than was expected. So kudos to him, most improved player. That's all he really deserved. And all-star, too.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say, he didn't become an all-star by passing the ball to, like, Randall balled last year. Let's keep it a buck.
No, passing the ball is part of being an all-star.
Did he not show? Yeah. Would we like him to play better in the playoffs? Yes, I agree with you. And yeah, we can't blame Tibbs for everything, but we can point to him for a whole lot of that series not going right. That series was theirs for the winning, and we can't put. I think Randall balled last year. He was an all-star, and I think we can't really help that we had an all-star like Randall in that game. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to explain. We had an all-star like Randall who we couldn't necessarily depend and put all our faith on, but he was still an all-star.
His first all-star. Look, first all-star, first playoffs. You know what that tells me? Inexperience. So as a player and a coach, as a player and a coach, right? A coach can only do but so much. The player's supposed to do more. Now, only things Tibbs could have really did was take him out.
And
you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's like taking away more credit from Randall, because I'm saying sit him down, because he shot us out of those series when other players was ready to knock those shots down. So I'm hoping that now he's going to pass the ball to the extra player because we got more weapons now. That's what I'm hoping.
And shout out to Canal Ben Lawyer. He said that Julius Randle did pass. He averaged 6 assists, which he did.
Playoffs? In the playoffs?
Not in the playoffs, but just throughout the regular season.
Playoffs right now. I didn't say he passed. I said he deserved MVP for passing too. That's what I told Rem. Passing helped him get All-Star and Most Improved Player. Not just scoring, because you have to have an IQ and read what the defense is doing. And they had the double team for him after he started lighting everything up, and he was reading it. Bullock was scoring, but he just didn't do it in the playoffs.
He made some remarkable shots during the regular season, and those same remarkable shots that he did take during the playoffs wasn't falling. That was the biggest difference, because he took a lot of tough contested shots in the regular season, and they just wasn't dropping when the playoff intensity ramped up on them, man. You know what I mean? But
which brings us back to this offseason.
Yep, and we got 2 minutes, Mike.
These subtle moves make it so that double teaming Julius is going to be next to asking for murder.
Yes, 100%. Because we got too many weapons now around him for you to disrespect him. You know what I'm saying? By not sending a double team his way. But if you do, they're gonna make you pay with the talent that we got on the team. Hopefully Kemba can stay healthy enough to play like you said, Remy, 60-something games. And hopefully D Rose can definitely regain that same form that he had this season next season, because Father Time is undefeated. You know what I mean? Word,
I got a non-Knicks question.
Let's go. And we got a minute and a half.
Perfect. Who from the Nets misses 20 games on the injury list first?
Kyrie.
Harden or Kyrie?
Kyrie.
Harden
I'm gonna go with Kyrie.
That scary season this year, so they all playing good. We'll see. Kyrie let him sit out. I say Kyrie too, because Harden want to play this year.
Thanks, Remy.
Kyrie. I'm right on that wagon, Kyrie.
It's unanimous. Swear it up, man. Fellas, man, came to the end of another show today, man. You know what I'm saying? The hour flew by. You know what I mean? I'm a little tired. I can't lie. You know what I mean? You see it in my eyes. I think that yesterday is finally catching up to me. But, again, I appreciate y'all always coming to check in with me on Mondays, man, giving the fans something to talk about. You know what I mean? The next day, Mike Ray, salute to you for always chiming in, giving us that knowledge, you know what I mean, that you possess on this microphone when you talk about anything sports related. You know what I'm saying? Jay Remy, salute to you, sending some stuff to talk about today, man. Hard Will, again, man, thank you for your dedication, bro. Thank you for bringing some followers through, man. Joining forces with everybody else, man. We appreciate you. Don't forget, every Monday, 10 to 11, Knicks Talk Nation Radio. Stills the great Hard Will, Jay Remy. We are signing off. Peace.